Yo, fellas, am I coming through alright? Yo, DJ, if you're on, just shoot me a message if you can hear me. Or just drop a message into the chat if you can hear me. Oh shit, yeah, Bitcoin's going for a run. 15 minutes to the 4 hourly close. This looks pretty good, eh? This looks pretty good for a run up. Might swing for the new 66 though. Dun, dun, dun. Kiki, do you love me? Gee, Abdul, you're not really responding, but that's alright. I'll not fuck around anymore then, and I'll go right into what's going on, or what I think is going on. Ain't gonna lie, this is like the first time I've looked at Bitcoin in like a week and a bit, because I've been so... Man, placements, man. Fucking placements. But let me clear all my drawing tools, and I'll pretty much go through what it is that I look at while trading. So pretty much, I go from higher time frames going down into the lower time frames, and the main thing for me is that I use a whole bunch of different techniques. So I use fucking everything. Oh shit, that's what I did. I use everything, man. I use moving averages, EMAs, because I find them to be more accurate for like shorter term swings and all that kind of stuff. And I use time frames all the way up to 2 weeks, 1 month, weekly, 3-day, 2 daily, 12 hourly. Sometimes I go into the 10-8-6s if I can't really find anything on the 4s, but I primarily look at the 4, 12 daily, 3-day, weekly, and then if I really want to, the 1 hourly as well. So yeah, and what this helps me do is it just helps me give like a really big overview picture as to what I think is going on. and it really just, I guess, helps me put me into the right mindset because I want to know what direction the market is moving in, and that'll help me influence the direction of the trade that I decide to take. So, let's have a look at the weekly. First of all, I'm going to jump on a fiat exchange. So I primarily chart off BitMEX because BitMEX is the platform on which I trade on, which is always good to trade off that. I use Bitstamp for longer time frames, and the reason why I use Bitstamp, I use Bitstamp for longer time frames. The reason why I do that is because it's a fiat gateway, so cash gets into the market this way, and it gives me an overview as to what I think is going on. So, for instance, if I want to quickly look at 2014, so the last crash, I just jump onto Bitstamp really quickly, really easily, and it gets the job done. You know what I mean? So I'm able to, at a glance, look at the volume, look how many units of Bitcoin is bought and sold, and that'll help me sway my opinion as to what I think is going on. So right now, I think, well, from a fiat point of view, well, there's actually two ways markets can reverse. First is capitulation, so people just sell everything, which is shown here because volume is an indication of, is a very good indication of something that precedes price, meaning shit happens because of volume. So this is massive capitulation candle, so capitulation volume on a relatively small candle. So if I see one of them today, that'll make me feel quite bullish, and I'll be more inclined to say that the market bottom is in. Otherwise, until then, I'm not going to be really assuming anything. That's one way for a bear market to end. The other way for it to end is to just trade sideways endlessly, and after trading sideways like for too long, what happens is that we just rocket up. After a while, we just fly up. So this is what the larger time frames help me do. It helps me sway my direction as to what I think is going on, and it really does help me, just, I guess, frame the direction of my trade. So I'm not fighting the trend, rather I'm going with the trend. So, for instance, I was looking to short around here. Obviously, to be honest, I was still learning the tricks and trades of my strategy, so I didn't really do anything around here. Here though, 74 was when I got my good first trade. Like, it was my first 1000% ROE, which I was really happy about. But yeah, now I'm just looking to do the exact same thing, ride the trade, which is clearly bearish. And the EMAs, this helps me as the indication, as to tell me what's going on. It's not going to make me feel bullish until I see these the fast and the slows kind of cross over each other. Until that happens, I'm going to remain bearish. Right, so at the moment we're 100% bearish. Either I want us to go down even more, so we drop a bit more, wait for the moving averages to catch up, wait for them to get really, really tight. Once they get really, really tight, then I'm going to assume that we're getting, accumulation, because if I rewind all the way back down here, the moving averages are quite far apart, and what they like to do is that they act like magnets. Prices are magnetized towards the moving averages, because I feel like the moving averages is almost like the median of the price, right? So as it's really, really far apart, it gets tight, dumps, and then around down here it starts to really coil up, really, really, really starts to coil up. The volatility drops, the coiling starts to go up, and once it coils up, boom, fucking we have breakout. Once we have breakout, that's when it really starts to fan out. When it starts fanning out, 100% that the direction of the market direction is completely changed. So right now, we're just waiting for it to kind of coil up. I want it to chill together for a bit. I just wanted to kind of do something like this. I want the emails to do something like this, and then boing, just fucking rocket ship out of there. Because once it goes, at the start it'll be slow, but then it'll fucking go. Like when I'm saying it'll go hard. So that's the weekly, and I trade off using support and resistances, and I also double check my indicators as well. I primarily use price as my main, I guess, means of trading, and I use indicators to support my idea. And we're going to approach a very, very important time right now. In 4 minutes, like 50 seconds, it's going to be New York Open, and whatever New York Open does, we need to be really, really, really careful as to what it does. But anyways, okay, so yeah, I trade off price action. I trade off time zones. So certain parts of the time, certain parts of the day, price is sensitive. And I also trade based off moving averages. I trade off Fibonacci, stuff like this. I trade sometimes, if I want to, I trade Elliott wave, although I use that a lot less now after discovering all these better techniques. And I trade using RSI support and these two indicators that I've sort of, I want to say developed, but that I've applied onto the RSI to give me even better picture. And they have, the combo of this has really, really, really helped me out. But anyways, alright, so starting on the weekly, EMA's not showing me much other than we're still bearish, so I know that the trend is bearish. I'm gonna hide this. You can look at weekly opens or weekly closes as zones of support and resistance. So, for instance, if I'm looking at over here, yeah, we can do something like this. Sometimes it's really clear, sometimes it's not. But sometimes just after a while your eyes just get attracted to, just drawn towards the correct things. So before we hit what 5.7k, everyone was fucking batshit scared. They were like, shit, we're gonna go down. Guess what? We go back up. Where do we go back up into? Well, we break past this bearish order block. It was broken with relative ease, although we did kind of settle there for like a bit. That's why you see the wick there. So we chilled there for a while, busted right through, and where do we go into? This is like, oh fucking, what's all this bullshit? No, it's right here. We end up in this previous bear. I would say that is it's meant to be a bearish order block, but I think right now you could say that it's acting as a mitigation block because it busted through right there. And now the market makers, as soon as price ever enters in this area, they're going to assume short. So, boom, they switch short and they proceed to ride the wave down. And you also see that this box here, the weekly open on this day, so that's on the 28th of May, price respected that level very, very, very beautifully. And if I do show something, days of week, watch this. I'm gonna say this right now, that the day that this is a Sunday probably, or Sunday's somewhere like here. Sunday's maybe like here somewhere. Either Tuesday or Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, more likely Tuesday and Wednesday, we raid the tops and then we go lower. Alright? So okay, this is just me guessing right now, okay? 2nd of September, we hit a high of 73.10. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Guess what? The high of the week was made on a fucking Wednesday. I've been saying this so many times, but price is sensitive to the day of week and the time of day. Right, inside this day, 74.12, that happened on a Wednesday. Fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Although I'm just gonna double check. Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? There we go. Wednesday. That was a Wednesday. That occurred on Wednesday. Now, if I hazard a guess, day on a Wednesday, it's gonna either happen in 2 time zones: New York Open, London Open, or Asia Open, but I'm leaning towards London or New York. So I turn on my time. Let's go into the 1 hourly. Okay, so that's Sunday. Boom. Look at this. New York Open. New York fucking Open. On the fucking dot. Look at that. 12 p.m. GMT. That is New York Open. Spot on. London close. Just after London close, we rally up one more time to rate the stops. This was the day after. What sent the prices down? Well, it should have been London Open. Like, this is London Open should have dropped the prices, but this is still sort of London zone as well. So London dump down there. New York consolidates. London close, dumps once more. Asia goes up. Asia dumps. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, price is fucking sensitive. Price is sensitive to time and date. Alright, anyway, so that's Bitcoin over the last week. I'm gonna put these ones away and actually do some stupid fucking TA right now. Okay, so back to the weekly. And let me switch off the day of week. Turn on my TD just so I can get a general direction as to what I think is going on. Weekly TD. Well, I'm still learning this strategy, so don't expect too much. I'm still learning the strategy, so there's still a bit for me to learn. Right now, nothing really amazing that's really popping out at me. Drop down to the 3-day. Saw a rejection of 6 last time. Saw a rejection of 5. Sort of did a 6. Sort of did. Look at that was 6 there. 4 candles of a retrace. So usually, from what I've seen at least, we see 4 good candles before we fall even more. The 3-day RSI is just really just coiling up. It's respecting this pretty well actually. Yeah, it's honestly just being squeezed. Yeah, it's being squeezed. And at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Price knows what it. I don't even think Price knows what it wants to do yet. So right now, it's best if you just assume the general trend, which is just bear, because right now we don't know what's going on. Drawing tool, let's remove that. Jump on the daily. So we had a daily red 9 here, bled for 4 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 4th candle, boom, there was your short entry. Then the dump happened. I was very, very, very proud of this move, man. This was perfect because of a couple things actually. It traded into this breaker, which I'd established. Boom. Traded right into this breaker, sent the prices down. Guess where it ended up? Right into this bullish order block. Rated the stops on that bullish order block as well. But you could also say that this is a bullish order block, so, because technically speaking, you could almost argue that bullish market structure is still. Yeah, alright, DJ, I'll do them in a bit. You can almost say that this is the previous down candle before the move up. But anyways, okay. So that's the bullish. Oh no, so that's quick look on the daily. Now this is where I'm thinking prices will either go. We either go inside here up to 6780, 6800. It's either on, we either go into this candle or we go into this candle. Alright, so we either go into the zones of these candles and dump, or we go into this final candle and we retrace a little bit. That's it. That's what happens. This is what I think is going to happen over the next couple of days. We either get rejected in this first green box or the second green box. If this green box still holds, right, if the second green box still fucking holds, like this is going to be really bullish. Like if we bust right through it, bounce off the green, that's 100% bullish, you know. That's when I can assume bullishness. Until then, I got to assume bearishness. Nothing special at the moment. Really quickly, let me go into the 12 hourly Bitfinex. 12 hourly. Now what I've this also done is on the 12 hourly, I've developed this system of my fast and slow moving oscillators. So I've got everything measured to the RSI, but this is where I think the magic happens. This is my magic. What I've done is I followed this bloke on Twitter. He's pretty good. He knows his shit. He's called ChartVamp, and what he's done is he's put the MACD indicator over the RSI, and I've just adapted that. I've used the same settings, which is the default 1226, and I've also included a fast oscillator as well. So this is the 9, I think it was 318. For me, this is the most. It gives me signals that the RSI normally wouldn't. For instance, the RSI over here just formed a normal regular double top, just a regular swing failure pattern, right? Obviously, we would have picked up on it, but what gave me even more confidence was this. First of all, the divergence, bearish divergence, not only just in this local zone, but also over this larger period as well. And on the slow oscillator, boom. Slow oscillator. Boom, we swing fairly pattern at exactly one of those blue lines, which should be normally a bullish retrace, but obviously, you know, things aren't exactly going as well as the bulls would like it, because there was a lot of bearish news around the time. We just simply fell out of the sky. But yeah, I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing either we go down to two zones. First zone is here, so this green line which I've circled, so this green circle is the first zone that we should fall over. If not, then I'm watching the second zone, and then we should not go past this yellow box, because if we do, then we should be looking to be bullish, right? So that's Bitfinex on the 12 hourly. So really, I've already outlined what it is, but this, I'm just going to really quickly do it once more. This is my ideal short entry zone. Yep, this is my entry zones, although I am looking to begin my layering around 67.80, and I'll show you. Look at that. These are all my orders. These are all my orders that I'm layering. And I've got a stop loss just above that. I'm just got my stop loss above this 70.36. So just 70.45. So relatively good stop. So my average entry, I don't know why this is there. Maybe no. Early tonight I just FOMO shorted, to be honest, but that's alright. I'm in a small loss, but this is a swing position for me, so I'm not too rushed. My idea is to get an average entry around 68. I have a stop loss around here, and my target is just the recent lows. So almost 3 to 3 risk to reward, capturing a 9% move, and on cross that's almost like a K. So I'm pretty happy with that. Right, so that's my plan. Hell, I might even wait for it to even go even lower. Yeah. Okay. That's really quickly Bitcoin on the Bitcoin. I've already posted a chart. On the 4 hourly, saying that we do kind of look bearish, but that's alright. I'm going to jump onto Dogecoin for DJ right now. The Doge on Bitrex has a lot of history. Oh, what the fuck is this? This was disgusting. Oh, it's 30 sats. That's cheap as biscuits. Okay. I think Doge is probably I think it's either just started a new market cycle. I would be pretty careful trying to long this or go long on Doggy Coin because it's kinda iffy at the moment. Okay. And the reason why I say it's kind of iffy at the moment is because even though the RSI, look, RSIs are already showing simple bearish divergence, and how many periods is that over? 10 periods, so it's going to be a medium strength bearish divergence. That's confirmed by the swing failure pattern. By the crossover that's happened on the slow moving oscillator, and on the daily, it's already showing on the histogram. Less so on the oscillator. So look, it's kind of an iffy positions to be longing at the moment, in my humble opinion. Price action wise, it's pretty cool as to what it did, really. Okay, let's have a look on the. Oh wait, hold on. What am I doing? Weekly. Let's have a look at the weekly, the larger time frames. Okay, so Doggy Coin just went short of 111. Literally just went short of 111. That's the previous bearish order block that it should have entered. In the first time it hit that zone, yes, it definitely went inside there, but this time I literally just missed it by a little bit. Volume is not quite there for me to say that. Yeah, I'm not too keen on the volume at the moment. It's like, it's not comparable to all this. I personally, I think this is just a pump and dump at the moment. The 3-day, let's have a look. 3-day, we've reached a momentum high. Hold on, momentum high. This high is still being respected. This bearish order block is where we're trading in right now. Volume again, yeah, look, it's not nearly as high as it was before. Look, I want to see some sort of massive capitulation volume just like this. You know, super climactic, very little, you know, candle body, super high volume before fucking flying up. Yeah, look, right now, if I was the market maker, I would be looking to offload my position. But Dogecoin in the past literally has been so, like, it literally just been bashed and pumped around and being used just for pump and dump. Like, look at this, runs up to this zone, dumps it, runs up, dumps it, runs up, dumps it. There's no real market structure to Doggy. It's just, you sell here, you buy here kind of thing. You know, you sell at the top, buy at the bottom kind of thing. So right now, look, I'd be careful trying to long this. That said, let me have a look at my calendars. Saturday, today is a new day for the 3-day candle. This candle's only just started, but if it closes like this, that'll not be too bad, honestly. This actually honestly wouldn't look too bad as a bullish order block. And if it was a bullish order block, then maybe, just maybe, we're in a new market cycle in which we can expect to see, hopefully, new highs. Interestingly though, I do notice this gap. How cool is this? There's a gap inside here. Traditionally, gaps have been always filled out. Well, prices like to go back to filling gaps. That's present on stocks, that's present on futures, that's present on almost any kind of asset. And honestly, you know, prices might even actually go back inside there just to filling the gap before going back down. So maybe not. It might not get filled in now. Might get filled in later. But it's interesting to see that there is a gap there. But right now, yeah, I'd be very careful trying to long this, because very like in the past, doggy coin in this higher zone has been traditionally a sell, so I would not be looking for any longs on doggy. I think doggy's almost had his run. You might have like a very small move up, and I'll just have a look. Okay, so not really a swing low, is it? On the 12 hourly, there we go. That's a bit better. So nice hidden. Well, people call it hidden. I just say it's a positive bullish divergence. Positive bullish divergences are usually more powerful than hidden, than simple bearish divergences. The main problem that I've got is that it looks like it's over a lot of periods. So this bottom 24 bars, so that's a very weak signal. I'd be very scared for trying to long. I wouldn't say very scared, but I'd just be wary of trying to long this. We might actually see doggy form some sort of a distribution pattern around here. Might, like very crudely, it might just do something like this, but then just fucking fall into oblivion. That's doggy. A doggy coin. DJ also wanted IOTA. Now, did you want IOTA Bitcoin or IOTA US dollar? Just shoot me a message. Like, do you want it on Bitcoin? Oh yeah, sorry, IOTA Bitcoin? IOTA Bitcoin? Okay, so IOTA Bitcoin. Man, literally looks like every fucking altcoin out there. Okay, real quickly on a price action level. First of all, I need to say the volume has picked up, which is a good thing. So look at that, volume picked up, prices went up, volumes picked up. We could say that maybe we're due for a bounce soon. I'm inclined to think that we're due for a bounce soon because we've been bleeding for so long. There's got to be a relief rally in there somewhere. More importantly though, we've entered this bullish order block, which is where the prices were chilling before it absolutely went to the moon. This kind of moon did it 4 times in almost 2 weeks. Yeah, like it just doubled 4 times the value in 2 weeks. So right now it's yeah, look. Yeah, I mean the weekly looks like it's not bad. Not gonna lie. What does this tell me on the 3-day? 3-day. This was the bullish order block. It busted right through it. And it raided the stops below there as well. So liquidity below this zone has been raided, and it's in market maker's best interest almost to run prices back up. And if I'm gonna hazard a guess as to where I think they're gonna run prices into, 13k. That's what I'm thinking. The reason why is because its previous support now should be turned resistance. And that would probably put it in this zone. So this might be a zone where you want to be reloading on shorts. Yeah, like this might be a zone where I want to be looking to load up on shorts. But seriously, IOTA is at a huge discount right now compared to as it was before. Now if I have a look on the indicators, IOTA reached all-time lows on the 3-day, which is ridiculous. It formed a positive divergence, sorry not positive, a simple bullish divergence on the 3-day, and that's over what, let's have a look how many periods. It's over 17 bars. 70 bars on the slow indicator. I'm not even looking at it right now. I think it's gonna look more like the RSI. Yeah, lo and behold, kind of looks like the RSI. The main thing though right now, the one that's kind of scary, is this. This is a, people call it, some people call it hidden bearish divergence. Me, I'm going to call it a negative divergence, where prices swing. So there's a RSI swing high formed here. RSI swing high formed there. There's another, oscillator swing high formed there. If I have a look at the prices, 1, 2, lower high, higher high on the oscillator, no good. Not so much on the 3-day RSI, but what I will say is it looks like it's coiling up inside of this RSI, and usually if it does something like this, it just bounces right up out of there. This is an example. Now if there was a bit more data, this 45 EMA would have encapsulated this entire consolidation, then have rocketed out of there. This is exactly what I'm looking for right now. And it's almost at the time where it's been bleeding for so long that a relief rally is inbound. So that's a 3-day. Let's have a look on the daily. Yeah, look at this. I think. Yeah, come on, look at that. It's coiling up so badly. Slow oscillator doesn't tell me much. Fast oscillator doesn't really tell me much. RSI is telling me something big's gonna happen. It's coiling up. It's like a spring, mate. This is warming up to blow up. And because we've been bleeding for so long, my bet. Hold on. Let's go on the weekly. Yeah, remember what I said before? How the EMAs almost act like a magnet. For some reason, they always want to go back inside there. There we go. How's this for a bearish order block? How's that for a bearish order block? 18 EMA is there. So is the slow EMA. So look, 13k looks like a fairly decent zone to be chilling around, to be looking to sell. That is if you buy now. That is. It's also confluent with a bearish order block, previous support turned resistance. Previous support now turned resistance. Is there any sensitivity on 3-day 40 EMA? So honestly, it's not too bad actually. I honestly don't think it's too bad for a a place where you can sell if you do decide to buy down here. But then again, you never know. Like the move may have already happened. Like the relief rally may have already happened. Let's have a look on the daily. Daily is coiling up. The 40 is beginning to settle down, and it's looking a little bit like this. Bit like that. If I were to hazard a guess, if I were the market makers, look how clean these lows are. Some clean as fuck lows. They've been rated once, but what if they raid liquidity one more time because they want to send it up? They want to take out the lows below 80, like 8100. Send prices into this bullish order block. It might do this actually. Again, this is just me speculating. I don't actually know what it wants to do. It might do this, go into this zone, then continue the dump. That is if we are still in the long to continually bearish. This is only if we're trending. If we are looking to accumulate, something different's going to happen. First of all, I'm either looking for a capitulation, like massive, just red volume, with not a lot of price movement, or we just do this. Like if we do this, I'm bullish, and then one more time raid lows, and then fucking watch us. We'll go for new all-time highs. And honestly, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with that. Like I'm not lying to you. I honestly think that this is something that's gonna happen. What else can I say really? We look, previous lows raided, inject liquidity, bearish liquidity by baiting prices below the zone rally prices through up there, find support on it once more. We might even wick down just below one more time before going up, or just going sideways, sideways, sideways forever. So let's look on the daily. Yeah, come on, like this is coiling, and like whenever I see something like this, it's gonna blow up, like go up or go up in the direction. Usually, okay, now I could be wrong, but usually prices just blows upwards. Let me have a look at the 12 hourly. Looks right actually. Stop raid. Do I see anything on my fast oscillators? Yep, I am noticing that there is a hidden bearish divergence, or what we would call a negative divergence. There. Look at that. Hidden bearish divergence or negative divergence. So I'm gonna take a hazard a guess that we're gonna look. This is very weak because there's not much confluence, despite the fact it's over 6 bars, so it's going to be a medium strong signal. It's so choppy, it's so wicky that we honestly don't know what it wants to do. Yeah, look, right now I think you're safer being a buyer because look at the volumes just picked up, especially down here. Like that's people buying, and if it's people buying, they're going to be selling somewhere. Alright, so I feel like they might have already offloaded some part of their shares around 11k. But right now, look, there's still a lot of, like, the volume has picked up. I don't know what's, look, I'm leaning towards more movement towards the upside, because it's almost warranted after, like, look, we had this massive bleed before we proceeded to fly back up, and if I pulled a fib, hit the 0.7 very nicely. If I'm gonna pull a fib from down here, we'll do this for now. Maybe if we just hit the 0.5, 17, 15 for a 382. If I pulled it down here, 382. Look, we're due for a retrace soon. Honestly, cannot help it, but we are due for a retrace soon. And if I'm going to pull a wave, do a wave analysis, yeah, you can't. Like, look, I'm not gonna even bother to do a wave analysis on this because I think it's rubbish. Do you guys have any other coin requests? I might have take a quick look at Ethereum before I knock off. But look, if you guys got any coin requests, just fucking let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the Bitcoin. Oh my god, Ethereum, that looks so good. Look, boys, just buy the fucking dip. Seriously, just buy the fucking dip on Ethereum. The next time it goes down, just buy it. This volume is so good. That's like, oh, that's amazing. Like, I was looking very, very bullish. I was thinking that Ethereum was going to be extremely bullish. No, I wouldn't say bullish. I wouldn't say extremely, but I was looking for a bounce on Ethereum. When I saw it at like 160, 170, 180, I was thinking, man, I should be buying this, but hell, I was at placements and I was at fucking, lunchtime. I wanted to be at a computer, but I wasn't at a computer. But, oh, man, this looks so good. Anyways, alright, I'll tell you why I think Ethereum is in such a good place right now. And I'm gonna compare this to a couple of things, actually. Let's go into this form. This is Ethereum dollar on Bitfinex. Let me go to Bitcoin USD. on Bitstamp, and you'll see what I mean as soon as I show you guys. Look at this. Is there any difference at all, guys? You tell me, guys. Is there any fucking difference at all? If it's not looking clear enough, I'll label it. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Notice the increase in volume increase. On capitulation, volume increase, huge volume increase, by the way. Volume sort of, look, volume just disappeared around here, but we had huge volume going up, huge volume going up, huge volume, almost capitulation-esque volume down here. Now, if there's anything I want Ethereum to do right now, I just wanted to go sideways, just bounce around between 300 and 200, just bounce before flying back up. Like, this is what I want Ethereum to do right now. Straight up, I want Ethereum to start doing this. That's what I wanted to do. And this is on the weekly as well, so it's honestly not too bad. If I had to pull a date range, 35 bars, 35 weeks. It's been doing this for almost 35 weeks. And compared to 2014 Bitcoin, it did this over 60 weeks or 59 weeks. So look, it's almost done it in half the time, but look at that. It's almost like picture perfect mirror-esque image. And this is one of the few times where I actually will use wave analysis. Because most of the time I'll avoid it. Now I know that there is a wave one before all this, because I went onto CoinMarketCap before the other day, and I established that there was one, because it went to like 20 bucks. No, it went to like 20 bucks, went back down to like 5 bucks, rallied up, made new all-time highs around here, and now look, we're almost back to down to where we were first consolidating. So I know there's a wave one inside there somewhere. And if you know what wave analysis, by the way, I do not use wave analysis exclusive. I use wave analysis alongside other techniques. So 1, 2, 3. This is a 5 structured wave up. So 5 structured consolidation. So a 1 leg, 2 leg, 3 leg, 4 leg, 5 leg. That it makes a wave 4. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for an extended 5th. Beautiful. Now what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, perfect. 5. We can make some sort of a 3 inside this. 1, 2, 3. I'll need to go to smaller time to confirm. But really quickly, let's have a look. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 5. So this is a very simple, crude A, B, C. So 5 waves up, 3 waves down. With oh my god, that's too good, man. With capitulative volume, this looks so good. Seriously, on a longer time frame, this looks so good, so good. On the dollar, how's it look on the weekly RSI? It's not bad, but it's not conclusive yet. Like the RSI doesn't really tell me much. It doesn't tell me that we're going to go up. It doesn't tell me we're going to go down, because it's not. No, I'm lying. Fast oscillator. One of the things that I keep an eye out on while watching the fast oscillator is look at this blip, yeah, because the smaller the divergences happen, 1, 2 bars, happened over 2 bars. This is what we call a simple bullish divergence. Happened over 2 bars. For me, that's bullish. That's bullish. Like, we've not had this sort of bullishness in a long time. Additionally, if we have a look at a long-term bullishness, like look at this. Simple bullish divergence. And if I hazard a guess, there we go, that's another simple bullish divergence as well. Simple bullish divergence. Now this is over a longer period of time. This is probably over like 20 some bars maybe. Yeah, 20 some bars, so it's going to be weak. This is a very weak signal, but like, that's amazing. This is great. I ain't gonna lie, this looks bloody good. Main thing is, just buy the fucking dip. Now look at this. That's a bullish order block. We've traded right into the bullish order block. That's okay. Rated the lows before this order block. That's okay. Now we expect prices to kind of flop back up inside here. Remember how prices is attracted towards these lines as if it were a magnet. That's the idea again over here. And where will I think it'll fall down? Here. Or thereabouts. And if it does go up even more, then it should not go any higher than this. But look, I'm liking this as a short entry, 354. Previous support, now turned resistance. Would make perfect sense for prices to kind of consolidate between 354 and the lows of 167. This is almost Bitcoin. This is literally Bitcoin in 2014. Imagine that, 20k Ethereum. Can you believe that? Look, I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but this is literally Bitcoin back in 2014. Even the prices are similar. 1400. Bitcoin in 2014, what did it get to, like 1200 or something? Where did it crash down to 167? There we go, 165-ish. The volume profile is almost the same. The consolidative, the wave profile is almost the same. Like, seriously guys, this is... Like, personally, when fucking Monash gives me my money, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some Ethereum. Because it's too good an opportunity to pass, you know what I mean? It's honestly just too good. But yeah, look, we're gonna have time to buy, right? I'm fully expecting prices to kind of just bounce around inside here. Bounce around inside, maybe not for that long, but I'm fully expecting prices to kind of bounce around inside here. Maybe just hit the lows one more time. Go back to 190, go back to 180, just one more time before we start rallying out of there. Obviously it's not gonna do this. It might do something more like this. Might do something like this. Raid the lows of the first one. Do something like this, flop around, go back up, might do something like this, do something like this, boom, and then go fish. Obviously it needs very good fundamentals to go along with it, but you know, right now, how the fuck can you pass this down for a buying opportunity, seriously? And now with Ethereum, I'm just going to double check the Bitcoin pair because use this as an indicator. Look, I've already been calling, I've already been setting some targets. What can I say? Gonna be a lot higher. Okay, orders for this zone inside here. That'll be a pretty good zone to offload some shares. Then just make sure you're buying the fucking dip. Oh, actually no, don't make sure. Scrap that. Don't make sure that you're buying the fucking dip, but do keep an eye on what's going on over here. Because you know, Confluence, we've got almost low again. Look at the RSI. Not this one. There we go. This one. RSI is 26. That is almost an all-time low for Ethereum. An all-time low for Ethereum. All-time low for Ethereum. So again, it's a momentum high. Usually, these coins like this, they don't really do well with momentum highs. They usually go down once more. So we'll be keeping an eye on for another dip. So like I said, just make sure you remember to buy the fucking dip because we've formed a momentum low. If we form a divergence inside here, that's a pretty strong signal. On the 3-day, yeah, looks kind of similar. The beast is already calling for a long, but I doubt it'll do anything crazy. We've already bounced from all-time lows. Look, that's never seen this low before. 13, that's crazy. But already on the 13, it was already showing some bullish divergences. So look at that. Bullish divergences. Not really bullish divergence over here, but this most definitely is some bullish divergences. And if I look at the daily, hello baby, how's this for a bullish divergence? Simple bullish divergence. Now obviously this is over a longer period. I look, this might even be like what, 20 periods? Yeah, 28 periods. So it's a very weak signal, but it's a divergence nonetheless. And since, like, look at this, its RSI's been this low for so long. You really need to be thinking to yourself, okay, damn, when's it gonna bounce, kind of thing. Because it literally just made a beeline downwards. Cool. I think that's Ethereum. I still think it's gonna be a buy. Personally, I want to be buying this dip so I can ride this current wave up, and I think it'll hit somewhere, maybe like 59, you know, all the way up here, 53, 54, 54, 59, good place. That'll be a pretty good place to start, good to go short. Ride the wave back down here. I might not get this far down, but it'll be a good zone to re-long. Really, that's what I'm looking at for Ethereum. Maybe before I go, I'm gonna see if CP change is one of my shit. I wanna see if this is still something that's happening. Oh, EOS. I haven't looked at EOS in a long time. Look, I can't be fucked looking at this. Fuck that. Too tired to be looking into that. Like I said, I'm not too stressed about this being a loss right now. Overall, we're still long-term bearish, and I've got shorts loaded up inside the breaker. What I'm expecting is it's gonna go inside here, bounce off the 65, 66. I'll probably close off my short there before consolidating, before we go back up. So yeah, look, that's my plan for Bitcoin at the moment. Short this, bounce off that, see what price wants to do around there, and then that'll be my next plan. Really quickly, I want to find CP chain. I trade on the Ethereum market. Let's have a look. Good. And DJ's asking me to look at Cardano. Yeah, okay. By the way, to answer your question about Ethereum, I have no clue. I am most definitely not a fundamentals trader, because everything I look at, I feel like is all reflected inside price action. So the technicals will show me what the fundamentals are saying. I cannot be fucked thinking about what's going on. CPC almost at all-time lows. Let me just look at this one real quick, mate, because I think this is the most fluid pair, so I want to look at that. But in the meantime, let's have a look at ARDA. Do you want to go against? Oh, you Cardano BTC. Okay. Go look at VTRX, because there's probably more data on it. What was this? October. Oh, this coin hasn't bounced yet. Oh, this hunk of shit hasn't bounced yet. Oh shit, this hunk of shit has not bounced yet. Oh, fucking mad. This might actually be a long. Oh yeah, mate, you're a fucking good man. You're a good man. Thank you so much for bringing me attention to this. Okay, first of all, weekly analysis. We've now entered a bullish order block. Usually you buy support and you sell resistance. So we're looking for bounce from here, eventually all the way up to 1800. Just really quickly, just like literally just glancing off it. And if we go into here, there's your next boss. There's your next boss around here. Like, not expecting price to go any higher than that. Volume, look, I would have liked to see more volume. There's no real capitulation yet, not like I'm seeing on Ethereum. But let me look at this one real quick. Cool. Real quickly as well, let's take a look at KuCoin. But yeah, look, it's not like super bearish yet. Like, I wouldn't say it's bearish yet, but it has hit a weekly bullish order block, so that's pretty significant. On the 3-day, this hunk of dory shit, has most definitely entered a bullish order block. Volume, no, there's no real capitulation volume yet. These zones still prevalent, and previously what was weekly support is also coming up to be a bearish order block around here. So I'm inclined that, look, I'm thinking that prices probably might not go that high. It might go around here. I doubt it'll go any higher than, yeah, I doubt it'll go any higher than 24, but 1900-ish, that looks like a fairly decent zone to be. Yeah, 1900-ish, that looks like a fairly decent zone for it to start rejecting, because it's confluent with previous resistance as well. So that's that on the 3-day candle. Indicators are so down. Am I spotting any divergences? Oh, I may be. Look at that. It's not as low as I'd like it to be. So that's a simple bullish divergence in and of itself. Looking fairly good because we've retraced into this very, very nice bullish order block. Look on the daily, what's going on. There's your bullish order block. 820 to 680, although it has entered the zone of 1000 as well. So I think right now, if we're gonna long this, I would buy this on Binance, but I wouldn't be longing this on a on leverage, because it's still kind of iffy-wiffy. I would like to see more capitulation volume, which I'm probably going to be layering buys down here inside 828 and all that kind of stuff. Daily indicators. Nothing too much yet, really. Yeah, nothing too much yet. But most definitely, we are looking for a bounce soon. We are most definitely looking for a bounce. 1200 to 1100, as high as 1400. That's probably as far as we go, really. And if I was going to pull a fib from this swing high down to this one, 0.7 is at 2k, 0.61 is at 2k. Again, generally confluent with previous support, now turned resistance. Bought one, that's 977, so that's literally just on the cusp of this bullish order block. Let me look on the 12 hourly. I think now will be a good time to start dollar cost averaging. Like, honestly, I don't think this is a bad zone to be buying. I really don't think so. It'd be a good zone to start dollar cost averaging. I am seeing that this is a momentum low though, so we might be expecting another move down. This, however, is looking quite bearish. So almost a lower high, although the indicator makes a higher high. So that's what we call a negative divergence. So we might see another low and might end up down here. That'd be perfect, complete with like 700, 800, almost like 600-ish kind of zones. That'd be a pretty good zone to be longing on a smaller time frame. Let's see what it's doing. But man, yeah, I was looking at Ethereum. Look at that on the 4-hourly. Look, the indicators aren't too great. It's not really bullish. It kind of just look. Everything just looks like Bitcoin, really. It was held down by this bearish order block. Bearish order block went into this bullish order block, raided the stops of that bullish order block. Now it's making a weak ass effort back into it. But yeah, mate, I reckon this looks like a fairly good buy. Honestly, it's not too bad. I'm really liking it. I'm fucking liking this, mate. Yeah, brother, I'm loving this. I'm liking this. I'm liking the setup that it's going to give us in a couple of weeks. Look, I'm going to do a wave analysis on this because I kind of want to see what's going on. And I want to try a TD sequential as well, see what's going on. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Makes a low on the 4. Look, TD is calling for a bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's looking for some sort of a bounce. Let's look on the 3-day. Not really yet. Yeah, not really looking for a bounce yet. We've just formed a 4 on the weekly. What's it saying? Red 8. Soon. Like either we bounce now or we bounce. Yeah, it's looking to bounce. 12 hourly. What's it saying? We had a green 9. Still iffy whiffy. What have we got? We had a green 9. Oh, sorry, a red 9. After which we almost immediately dumped. It's just exchanging numbers right now. Yeah, look, mate, I think it's looking pretty good. Now would be a good time if you have dollars. Now would be a good time to start dollar cost averaging. Honestly, it's not a bad thing to do to be dollar cost averaging right now. Because look, I think just from a risk to reward perspective, like say you just long this, right? Say you just long this. So you long this. I'll be a complete dick and just say you longed 1100 because you didn't believe what I was saying. Set a stop loss just below previous lows, alright? And you just aim for a shitty target, nice shitty target of previous swing high. That's previous general swing high, alright? Make 136%, so that's almost double, and you risk 50%. Alright, so you risk 50% to make 136%. That's a risk reward of 2.7. If you go for this high, right, you risk 50% to make 300%. That's a risk reward of almost 6. If you aim for previous swing highs, yeah, you're risking 50% to make 700%. That's a risk reward almost 14. So look, right now is a pretty good time to be dollar cost averaging. Yeah, you want to be dollar cost averaging. Just gradually, slowly put your money into crypto. Like this would be one of the best ways, I reckon. I'm just going to have a quick look at one of the shitcoins that I'm absolutely in love with. So it looks like it's already forming basing patterns. Yeah, I'm liking this, boy. I honestly am liking this a lot. I'm liking this a lot, man. Seriously, I'm liking this a lot. Fucking lot. Bitcoin as well. Look, there's no real capitulation yet. But it does look like it's looking to be a fairly good zone to be. Look, rates are stopped down there. 3,000 is almost as low as it went. It's cheaper than ICO right now. ICO was like 30 something cents. It definitely looks like it's bowling out. Look, right now, mate, all we want is this, man. Just, I don't even care if you do this for the rest of your life, but then, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna fucking rock it. When you rock it, you go off hard. So yeah, look, I've got this in my ledger. I'm gonna keep it inside my ledger until I fucking make it. When I get my scholarship money, man, it's going right into crypto. Like a lot of the things, it's dying. Look, it's already dead. And now you just gotta wait for the market makers to say, look, it's time for me to send it up, so let's send it up. So until that happens, you know, we work hard right now to put the money into crypto because we'll make it one time. And you've come in at a very, very, very good time as well, because this is an absolute shithole. Like, this is right after the euphoria. Like, this is, you're buying the despair, like people's despair, and that's exactly what you want to be doing. You want to be, you know, buying blood in the streets, even if it's your own blood, that kind of thing. So look, man, we're gonna be amazing. We're gonna be fucking filthy fucking rich in a couple of years' time. Man, what else do I really care about? Not a whole lot, man. I might just have a look at squiz some other coins I haven't seen in a long time. Neo, Jesus Christ, look at that. Okay, not exactly a bad buy really, because we've just traded into the bearish order block. Should be setting buys, man. It's honestly, there's so many things that look so good for a buy right now. This did almost what? So you buy here, cool. Target preview high. It's almost a 5 times. It's almost a 5x. That's alright, man. Look, I'm learning as much as you are, mate. I'm learning just as much as you are. Do you have any coins? Do you have anything you want me to go through before I go to bed? No stress, man. No stress. Look, when I get better, we'll link up. Yeah. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Do any of you guys have any questions? Cool. Right, I'm gonna call it a night. I might do this another time. I'll let DJ know, but I'll also chuck it all over the chuck it all over the fucking, what was it? I'll chuck it all over. I'll chuck it all over like Discord and shit. So yeah, look, I'll catch you guys later. I'm fucking knackered.